Y'all, the Empties situation has gotten completely out of hand. I don't know how this happened. You know, there's no rhyme or reason for these things. Everything runs out at a different rate, but I have a massive bag of empty products and rejects. I always include rejects in my empties because there are products that I'm not gonna finish. And that's a really valuable review for y'all because I'm just like, listen, not gonna happen. So this is one of the only times on my channel where we actually like talk about, you know, like my body care routine or like the skincare that I try that I don't necessarily see as like a winner, or like my hair care, stuff like that. And I just think it's really valuable to talk about the products that I finish. And with each product, obviously, I will tell you whether I plan to repurchase it or not. I'm going to do the new to my routine products that y'all haven't seen in previous empties videos to start, and then we'll do kind of a speed run at the end of the ones that you've seen a zillion times. Let's go in no particular order. Let's start with this. This is the Lola V Restorative Shampoo. I only just found out recently that this is Jennifer Aniston's brand, right? I think. I got this in PR, and y'all, I hate to be that person who's just like, I'm making a general observation. I'm gonna generalize about the market right now, but like, it is pretty hard to not be cynical about the amount of celebrity brands coming out. And it was skincare for a while, and now it's hair care. It's like YouTuber books. And all of their publicists are telling them to do the same things. And you know, granted, Jennifer Aniston, I have wanted her hair since I've known who Jennifer Aniston was. Like, if I rewatch Friends, I have to be careful not to go and get a haircut about it. You know, I'm just like, I'm influenced all over again. But this was fine. It was fine. It was fine. You know what I mean? I like, it didn't offend my hair, and I mean, I finished it. It smells okay enough. The packaging is fine. There's a conditioner that I have not finished yet. I always go through shampoo faster than conditioner. But yeah, I'm not gonna like repurchase it. It didn't change my life. It was fine. Thanks, Lola V. Wonder Valley. This is a brand that I have bought things from before, and then they sent me some stuff as well. I had the opportunity to try most of their line at the time, and I regret to inform you that like, they make olive oil. Well, I don't regret to inform you that they make olive oil. They mostly make olive oil, and then a lot of their stuff I feel like has spun off from that. So it's like they make cooking olive oil, and they also made like a facial cleansing oil, which stung my eyes so badly. I was like, did anyone test this? This is the Hinoki body wash. This is the only one that between me and Alex we actually finished. The shampoo is garbage. The conditioner is garbage. And this is really like, I mean, does it have sulfates in it? It doesn't, but it kind of might as well. Like, it feels kind of like dish soap, and it smells not fantastic. Not fantastic. It smells kind of like a green juice and earthy at the same time. For all of the beauty, I really do think the beauty of the packaging in this company, I really wish the formulas on the inside weren't so across the board disappointing. No, I will not be repurchasing this. Yes! Yes, this is a repurchase, yay. This is the prequel, Pre-Glens Cleansing Oil, and it's so good. It's so good. I am and have been just a long time student of cleansing oils and cleansing balms and stuff. And there are ones that are phenomenal, few and far between. And then there are ones like the majority of the market is really disappointing. It'll be like, yeah, this is a cleansing balm, rub it on your face. Now wipe it off with a towel and wash it with something else. And you're like, that's not what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to melt my makeup, turn into a milk when I put water on it, and it's supposed to be the first step of my cleansing routine. And then I'll wash the cleanser off. I shouldn't have to wash my makeup off with another cleanser. Like, that doesn't make any sense. There's no point in that. And like, there have been very expensive, especially like back when I was doing clean beauty, there have been very expensive products that were like that, where I was just like, this isn't what it's supposed to do. This just, I mean, breaks the makeup down so beautifully. It's ridiculous. And I think, you know, just like everything on Prequel, it's probably $18. It's so excellent. It's so excellent. I do also like the cleanser, but I have to admit, y'all, my cleanser of choice, and the reason it's not my Empties is because it lasts forever. My cleanser of choice is the Tower 28. It doesn't do anything like other than cleanse your face. It doesn't have any claims. It does just sensitive skin and eczema friendly, and it's great. It's great. My skin is so happy when I use that stuff because it is the most unoffensive thing you can possibly use on your skin. I feel like it's so good. So anyway, yeah, I use this and then I use that. I already have another one. It is truly like in my top ones of choice. you know, like if I'm gonna go buy one for myself, I'm gonna buy this. Especially since like, I have one back here, like an old empty of the Fluorasis. The Fluorasis one is gorgeous, but it's so expensive. It's like, you know, get the prequel. Get that prequel, girl. Prequel is honestly kind of a miraculous brand in my opinion. All right, I was going to do a sponsorship a while back with Differin, but then Differin is like so strong. I used it when I was a teenager and it was great when it was a prescription, but like this time when I used it, like it was just basically a really, really strong like a retinol or a salicylic or something. Like it completely burned my skin up, peeled it like crazy, purged it like crazy, and gave me hyperbolic cerebellar hypoplasia. Am I okay? Hyperbolic cerebellar hypoplasia. I am an erratic limping cat. No, it gave me perioral dermatitis. To be fair, everything gives me perioral dermatitis, like most actives do, but I did not end up going through with that sponsorship. But when they sent that, they also sent me these acne-prone skin patches, and they are different from the other pimple patches that I have because they're not hydrocolloid. They're just like medicated. So exfoliating salicylic acid and soothing Centella asiatica and Canadian willow herb, you know, for a pimple that's not open, so you don't need it to like soak up moisture, as it were. These are lovely, honestly. Like they're gentle enough. They're invisible, which is awesome. I wish I could show them to you. But yeah, they are, I think they're really great. They're very, very different from a hydrocolloid. Like it's actually like a pimple healing patch for something that you haven't popped yet, which I think is fantastic. That said, will I repurchase them? Probably not right away. I have found a lot of success with the new 2% salicylic acid little exfoliating pads from First Aid Beauty. It's just my salicylic acid of choice currently. This works great, but I find that those pads, like, you know, work on a larger scale and are really gentle. By the way, what's on my eyes? One of y'all recently asked me in a comment if I was going to buy this new, I don't know what it's called, just brown. The new Victoria Beckham quad. The answer is yes. And the answer is, oh my God, it's so pretty. Y'all know how cynical I've been about these. They are all so like deep and high contrast for me. And this one was just like, are you kidding me? I've worn it like 3 days in a row. It's lovely. Okay, moving on. Fleur Missing Person Body Lotion. I love this. This smells, it says floral musk. Yeah, I mean, it's more just like a really soapy, powdery jasmine smell. And Missing Person is like Fleur's skin scent, so it's supposed to be just like a very close smell, and you can layer stuff on top of it if you want to. I love this. I have been using this also in the city at my boyfriend's apartment. I bought another one for myself there, so I mean, I'm a huge, huge fan of this. Currently though, I am powering through a jug about this size of the one from Salt and Stone in bergamot hinoki, but I'm almost done with it. And then I have a Santal and vetiver like waiting in the wings for that one. So I'm not repurchasing this right away because I've got lotion coming out my ears, but if I didn't, I would definitely repurchase it. I think it's fantastic. And the lotion is really good. The actual formula of the lotion is really, really good. It goes a really long way. I enjoy this a lot. Oh, here we have a very dusty Aesop. Yes, Aesop. That's what that long mark over the E means, is that that's a long E. They're trying to help. It's Aesop. Either way, this is the Resurrection Aromatique hand wash. The reason that this is finished is because at school, my child has been taught to just pump a handful of soap out and just rub it on his hands and wash it off. And he powered through this. So now we have one of those, actually Natalie got it for me. It's one of those like soap stones that you know, you wet your hands and then you touch it and you get a little soap on your hands, because like, I mean, the rate at which he went through this, like, what is this, like a $40 hand soap was astounding. And I was like, no, 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 no. So currently I will not be repurchasing this. If it were just me, I don't want it to just be me. That's sad. But like, if it were hypothetically just me, absolutely, I love this. It smells so fantastic. I work through it super slowly. It's a lovely thing to have, but my child has no care for the sanctity of this formula or how much it costs. He just uses it like it's a dial, so no. Ooh, have I talked about this one before as an empty? I'm not sure. If I have, I apologize, but I love this so much. This is the Undaria Algae Body Wash. And it smells like you just cut a Meyer lemon. Like in the shower. Every time someone uses this for the first time, they come out of my shower. Like Natalie ran out covered in a towel with a towel on her head. She's like, Kackie, that don't see a body wash. I was like, I know, I know. Like the moment Alex used it, he immediately just bought one and sent it to his mom. And it's like her favorite thing too. It's insane. My mother's obsessed with it. I'm gonna get her one for Christmas. Like it just, all the Osea Undaria algae stuff smells so citrusy and all a little bit different in its citrusiness that like I think all of them are uniquely wonderful and totally worth it. And I keep repurchasing them. We'll talk about another one here in a second. But yeah, I already have another one of these in my shower. This is the Living Proof Clarifying Detox Shampoo. Shampoos are weird for me because my hair is, I mean, I guess we all feel this way, right? Some people probably don't, but my hair is kind of challenging. Like there's not much to it. And so my scalp, it doesn't get oily, but my hair kind of gets dirty quickly because I don't color my hair. So when I was bleach blonde, I could go days without washing my hair because my scalp was, you know, not oily and my hair was not oily. But now, you know, it's just my natural hair color. And so it'll get oily pretty quickly and, you know, product builds up on it and stuff like that. But like, I don't want to over dry it. It'll get really like curly and frizzy, and then I don't want to put too much smoothing stuff on it because then it just gets like all heavy and mucky. It's just like it's very sensitive to like different texture changes in these products. But this being a clarifying detox shampoo, I have to say it's not particularly clarifying, okay? I have some like simpler things, like Aveda sent me, they're like Pure Abundance or whatever. I feel like it's way more clarifying. This has like an exfoliating texture to it a little bit, and maybe that's the clarifying nature of it. But like Alex used this because we dyed his hair very dark pink for his Abby costume for Halloween because he usually wears it light pink, and I was like, yeah, use that and it'll probably take a lot of the color out. It did not. We ended up having to do a bleach bath. So yeah, I mean, deeply cleanses and removes product buildup, yes, but like from my history as a hairstylist, this is not a clarifying shampoo in the truest sense. Like a clarifying shampoo in the truest sense should make your hair kind of feel a little bit desperate for moisture. You're only supposed to use it like once a month or something, and like when you use it, your hair is supposed to be like, oh, like this is what my hair feels like when it doesn't have any product on it, and then, you know, do a deep conditioner after that. But it's supposed to be kind of like exfoliating your skin in that sense, and it just doesn't really do that. It was like, for me, a little too gentle to call itself a clarifying detox shampoo, but that's just me and my like old-fashioned hairdresser's interpretation of what a detox shampoo should be. Let me tell you about my best friend. Yeah, listen, Kourtney Kardashian has not previously been an Aries that I wanted to claim. This might have changed that. So this is Let Me Sleep, Sleep Tight Gummies, Melatutus, and Magnesium. Melatutus, we have lots of names for melatonin in my house. Ever since I had a baby, I have had trouble sleeping because having a child makes you a really, really light sleeper. And so you can get to sleep, but you often can't stay asleep. You know, you're just kind of, your brain's like halfway on all the time. And I need help. And so I take these every single night. And my boyfriend also takes them. We love them. These are the most delicious and most effective Melatutus that we've ever tried. Like they're better than the Ollie ones. They're expensive. They're like $30, so it's like $1 a day. But Kourtney Kardashian herself gave me a discount code. I'm kidding. Kourtney Kardashian probably doesn't have that much to do with this brand. Either way, they did give me a discount code. I'll put it down below or on the screen or something like that. They gave it to me very recently and I'm like, I'm gonna be using that. Yes, I am. I highly recommend these if you're a melatonin person because they're like the best melatonin I've ever used. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Ask your doctor before starting to take any supplements or anything like that. Okay? Okay. I'm not a doctor. And I know that Natalie's gonna yell at me about melatonin too. She's like, it's so unregulated, Kackie. That is true. That is true. You know what? That's true. I don't really have any defense for that. I just need to sleep. I finished these. This is a container of the Innisfree, oh, that's all in French, Gentle Retinol Salicylic Daily Toner Pads with Green Tea Soothing Complex. Listen, these are actives, obviously, you know, salicylic and retinol. And I was using these, I obviously used it all the way up. I have another container of them open. I have another container of them at my boyfriend's house. I was really, really, really liking them. And then eventually, The retinol did trigger my periodontal dermatitis, my cerebellar hypoplasia. I joke about cerebellar hypoplasia because it doesn't harm the cat, okay? It's just good, clean fun. But anyway, I am not gonna be repurchasing these, at least not as quickly of a rate, because I basically only use them on like my shoulders and my chest and my back now. But I'm using the other salicylic acid pads from First Aid Beauty right now, and they have yet to irritate my skin. I am still careful around this area, but these are beautiful. They're incredible if your skin can tolerate retinol. Here's an empty. I know that this is one that I've talked about a lot in other videos. I'm not sure we've talked about it in my empties before. Either way, Fleur Vanilla Skin. Yes, I have this backups on backups. I have like 3 of them right now in my cabinet downstairs. This is the deodorant that I wear. It's an AHA deodorant. And the notes are pink pepper, pink apple, sugar crystals. The middle note is lily, jasmine, cashmere wood, and the base is benzoin, vanilla, sandalwood, and agarwood. It's ridiculous. It's so, so lovely. And I smell like this every day. Couple of candles for you. I've got Wild Brooklyn Lavender from DS and Durga here. I will definitely be repurchasing this. It's incredibly lovely. It's more of a springtime scent for me. I bought this and the Diptyque Lavender at the same time to see which one I liked better. And just thank goodness I like both of them so much. I don't usually love a Diptyque candle. I find them to be kind of a little overrated personally, but the lavender is so authentic. Like it's just a true, pure, herbaceous lavender. But when I was reading about this one online, people were like, oh no, the Wild Brooklyn Lavender is special because it has that concrete note. And I was like, what? What do you mean? But DS and Durga is like that, where they're just kind of like, oh, did you want this to smell like wet pavement? Because it's going to, and you're like, oh my God, that does smell like wet pavement. Gasoline, whatever. So either way, I smelled it. It does have a concrete note and it's awesome. There's just something great about it. I really like it. I'll definitely be repurchasing that. I'm just a candle slut to begin with, but regardless. Then I got a package from Flamingo Estate and they sent me all of their, well, not all of them, but they sent me a bunch of their candles, and the first one that I burned was Roma Heirloom Tomato. Oh my God. I love a tomato leaf scent. My mother is obsessed with tomato leaf scent. I just love tomatoes. Tomatoes are actually my favorite food. They're my favorite food. I love a raw tomato. I love a tomato sandwich. I love a BLT. I love a caprese. I just love a good tomato, okay? And my kid has recently found his passion for eating raw tomatoes as well, and it makes me really happy because previous to this he wasn't eating anything that resembled like, you know, a savory fruit or vegetable. So we've got tomatoes now, and he also just eats orange bell peppers, specifically orange bell peppers, but he just eats them like candy, and I'm just like, yes. So anyway, we were burning this in the bathroom for a long time. Totally lovely. Even though it was in the bathroom, it like filled the whole downstairs. It's just a beautiful, beautiful candle. I've had the Loewe one and it's nice. I think this one's just as good, maybe even better. I have had this in my empties before, but I just wanted to actually provide a lesson here, okay? This is the Undaria Algae Body Oil, and you're like, Kackie, that's not empty. And I'm like, hey y'all, here's what happens when you have something you love so much, you're afraid to use it, and then it expires. Nothing is more infuriating than that. I love this stuff. And I went to use it the other night as a treat, and it smells horrible because I probably had it for 2 years. I let it expire, and I just want to say, if you've got nice things, use them, okay? Because this is a huge regret for me. That's just really sad. I'll definitely be repurchasing this, and I'm gonna use it this time. And it's not like I was using another body oil or something. I was just like, I don't deserve a body oil. I don't know why. I don't know why, you know? I'm like, oh, the luxury. Use your nice things, use them. Speaking of using nice things, this is the Victoria Beckham. I just absolutely used the last little bits of that. This is the Posh Balm, just the clear one, because all the other ones are pH color adjusting Victoria. Alex and I have been watching their documentaries. He'd already seen Beckham, I had not, and he watched it with me, and then now we only have 1 episode left of the Victoria Beckham documentary. And I just, you know, she's one of my Aries queens. I love her so much. He's a nut. They both are. I love them. Either way, I really enjoyed this. I would repurchase this. This is one of those things where I'll like add it to cart when I'm ordering something else. I happened to order these, I believe, off of Nordstrom. Did I? I can't remember. Either way, it's like when I need to meet the shipping threshold, like I would absolutely throw another one of these in my cart. It's a beautiful formula, and I mean, this is a lovely package. Then I have something that we haven't seen here in a while. This is the Glossier After Balm. This is great. There's a little bit left in here. Ew, oh, it's so dried up though. This is a really great, like slugging layer, because, you know, it's got this great emollients to it. I always say it kind of reminds me of like European Nivea. You know, it's like that thick balm that feels occlusive on the skin, but it also just feels like really nourishing. It doesn't behave like an Aquaphor, you know? It's a lovely, lovely product. There is barely anything in this as far as, I mean, it's 1.6 fluid ounces, which is a normal amount of moisturizer, but the amount of this that I want to use, it goes so fast, but it is a little too emollient for my skin when I have perioral dermatitis. So it's like, perioral dermatitis is really paradoxical. It doesn't want to be over dried, so it doesn't want to be over groomed, but if you over moisturize it, it will also make it worse. It's like, that's why I love the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream, is because it's not a very heavy moisturizer, but it's got a ton of colloidal oatmeal in it, and so it heals it without over moisturizing it. It's really striking a very specific balance, but this is gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. It's not very expensive, but it's like too much moisture for me sometimes. And last one before we talk about rejects is my Tatcha the Silk sunscreen here. I've talked about this before, but this is pretty new to me. This is my first bottle of it that I've finished. And I have 2 more downstairs, like one in waiting and one that I am currently using. And I just ordered another one in the Sephora sale. It's a very serious relationship, hot and heavy. This is a beautiful form. I don't know if there's anything left in here that I can, oh, there is. There's not. It's like this pearlescent peachy pink color that is not for everyone, unfortunately, but it is a beautiful like color correcting shade for my skin. It does a world of difference before I even start putting makeup on, and it also never bothers my skin. And it is an SPF 50 broad spectrum PA++++. It is zinc oxide 10%, but it's also got boosters in it. So I adore this stuff. It's wildly expensive. Get it on sale if you can. Okay, let's talk about my rejects. We have quite a few this time. So reject number 1, the whole world is putting out a double cleanse, and Sunday Riley put out Aquamarine Melt Hydrating Gel Balm Cleanser. And it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't really do enough. It is a gel balm that melts into a nutrient-rich cleansing oil, dissolving makeup and impurity. It doesn't. So yeah, I mean, I think that they tried to do a double cleanse in one product here, which is like not the point. The point is that it's 2 products. But yeah, it has malachite in it. I don't know if I want malachite in there. Either way, yeah, this is almost completely full. Ah! It's like this weird thing that you have to like mix together on your skin, and it is just like it's just an oil, I guess, but it doesn't break my makeup down properly. It's just like not very functional. So Aquamarine Melt, unfortunately, I really wanted to like this, but it just doesn't really do what it says it's gonna do. Another makeup balm reject. This is like barely used. This is the RMS Coconut Clean Cleansing Balm. No, you have to use so much of it. So much of it. Like this is like, I think I used it like 4 times. And it's like I used 1/5 of the container. You have to use so much to get your makeup off your face, and then it doesn't really rinse particularly cleanly. It does not do what it is supposed to do, especially when things like that prequel oil exist. I understand that like traveling with something like this makes more, well, it weighs a ton. It weighs so much, so like traveling with this in particular I wouldn't recommend, but like traveling with a balm makes more sense than traveling with an oil. But there are way better balms out there for way less money, okay? The one from Good Molecules is like the best. I also love the Pharmacy Green Clean. I also love Clinique Take the Day Off. That's a fantastic formula. It's expensive too, but fantastic formula. The Fluorosis one is awesome. And none of those requires you to use this much product per use. It wasn't it. And it's a shame because man, doesn't that look just so beautiful sitting on your vanity? I don't let my skincare sit out on my vanity for the most part anyway, but yeah, it's just not it. Speaking of celebrity hair care lines, we have another hair hero here. One, Brooke Shields has put out Commence, I want to say. Commence or Commence? And I guess Commence. Commence would be with an S, right? Yeah, I don't know. Either way, conditioner and shampoo here. I have the detoxifying shampoo and the probiotic smoothing conditioner. This doesn't clean your hair enough to even warrant using a conditioner. Your hair feels so slick and weird after using this. Like my hair got it was so greasy. I was like blow drying it. It was like stuck to my head. It made my hair dirty. It was gross. The conditioner is also really heavy. It's like, I don't need smoothing, especially after that shampoo, but like, it wasn't it. None of it was it. I don't recommend it. Here we have a rare miss from Crown Affair. Ooh, I really wanted to like this. This is the volumizing conditioner. And if you've tried this, you know what I'm about to say. This product doesn't make sense. Do you see the product sitting there on the top of it? Why is it clear? Why is the conditioner clear? Listen, I'm all for new things. I'm all for like the new wash and stuff like that. Again, I was a hairstylist for a long time. I understand that everybody has very different specific hair needs. This is weird. This is basically another shampoo. It does not condition your hair at all. It is clear. And it kind of doesn't suds quite as much, but like it's very much a shampoo. It's very much just a shampoo. I don't, like, especially as someone who needs, in that very sensitive time in the shower, for my hair to be taken very good care of so that it doesn't shed a whole bunch, because that's like why a lot of people complained about it, and for good reason. I noticed it too when we were all trying Function of Beauty. It was making people's hair fall out. It's because the shampoo stripped your hair so much and then the conditioner reconditioned it so much that like you would end up, in order to comb the tangles out of your hair, you'd end up pulling so much of your hair out. And that's what this is. This just makes my hair like so tangled. I end up shedding so much more hair in the shower because it's knotting it up. So yeah, no, absolutely not. Absolutely. I don't understand how this made it to market. I don't understand why they call it a conditioner. There's a reason no other company does this, and it's because it doesn't work. It's a bad idea. Okay, now, yes, it's a ShopRite bag. Let's do a speed run here of all the ones that you've seen before, but they're not all things that I'm going to continue using. It goes without saying, I almost have another one of these finished. So this is a gigantic one and a medium-sized one of the Ultra Repair Cream. I have another one coming from the Sephora sale, right? I have actually two more that I ordered from the Sephora sale, this size. This is just, especially as we go into winter, my kid and I both just start getting mysterious itchy spots. And now I've got Alex too. I'm just like, just put the Ultra Repair Cream on it, you know? And so I have to have very much of it. I have 3 of these and I don't use them anymore. This is the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel. It's beautiful stuff, but it has 8 types of hyaluronic acid in it. And while it's beautiful stuff, I found that it still is too much for my perioral dermatitis when it starts to flare. It's just too moisturizing. It's beautiful, beautiful stuff, but it's too moisturizing. And I find that the Tatcha not only is a better formula for not irritating my skin, but it is actually more effective, like more noticeably effective sun protection factor. Even though they're both SPF 50, the Tatcha keeps me from repigmenting as quickly. I don't know what that's about. I know that there's all these opinions about sunscreen, and some people say that a chemical sunscreen, because while it's like, listen, we are entering territory where I categorically don't know what I'm talking about, but this is just what I've heard and understood. It's like when it's converting the sun's rays and reflecting them or whatever, it's actually like turning them into heat, which is, you know, fine for some people, but if you are very prone to like pigmentation and hyperpigmentation, that like that heat is just as bad as sun exposure in terms of getting those brown spots. And so I was noticing that like it wasn't really helping with that, and now the Tatcha really helps. It like really helps. So yeah, I've noticed that my skin is like pigmenting way less quickly after, you know, a laser treatment or a peel or something like that with the Tatcha than with the Isntree, but that is so personal. That is so personal. There are a few things as personal as what sunscreen works for you. I have this, the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Advanced Clean Dry Shampoo. Not only do I use this, I, you know, got to Alex's apartment the first time that we ever hung out and I was like, hey, you use that too. Okie dokie. So yeah, we burned through this stuff. I get it on Amazon, like auto refill. I also burned through this, as well as the texturizing spray, but this is the Superfine Hairspray from Orbe. It's like the reason anything is doing anything on my head right now, because I ran out of this after 2 years. So I bought another one at the Sephora sale. So yeah, this is the Crown Affair, the finishing gel. This is what I usually use to shellac my hair back, and it usually looks better than it does today because today I only had hairspray to work with. So this is just a much softer hold. It's gorgeous stuff, but I mean, she is That was the last she had to offer. She is empty. Here we have my typical duo that you are used to seeing. This is the Soft Services Buffing Bar. I replenished this at the Sephora sale. I bought 2 more boxes of it, just the original. The green banana is fine, but I think I just prefer the original. Banana is not my favorite smell in the whole world. So yeah, this is a microcrystal exfoliation soap bar that cost a fortune. They're so expensive. And I use it to burn off the top layer of my skin, and then I put the Drunk Elephant TLC glycolic body lotion on top to eradicate all of the little grains of sand that my body produces and stores inside of my pores. If you have KP, you know what I'm talking about. It is just something that you have to stay on top of. And so yeah, that is the combo that works for me. This is the Flamingo Foaming Shave Gel. I buy this in bulk. I have it here, I have it in the city. I always say this, but I did one sponsorship with Flamingo back in the day, long time ago. And I have been buying their products ever since because I was so impressed with them. Just a really good shave gel, and they're really good razors. I have an Empty Fix Plus here. I already threw the lid out, it's somewhere. But yeah, it's the best. This is the best setting mist. That's all. So I have tons of them and I keep repurchasing them, and I will continue to keep repurchasing them. Although Rebecca is doing that setting mist like bracketed tournament face-off thing, and she tested the Fix Plus After Hours All Night something, whatever, the longer lasting one that's like, because Fix Plus is just pretty. It like melts your makeup and looks nice. But the one that she was trying is actually for longevity, and it looked fantastic on her, so I think I'm gonna try that one too. Couldn't hurt, right? The next thing, my rotten soldiers. My 3 babies that I constantly rebuy from Allies of Skin. I have an Allies of Skin code. It's just my name at checkout, I believe, and it'll get you 20% off. So I have the Multi-Peptides and Growth Factor Advanced Lifting Serum. I have the Tranexamic and Arbutin Advanced Brightening Serum. And then I have the Azelaic and Kojic Advanced Clarifying Serum. What do these all have in common? They don't trigger my perioral dermatitis. These are carefully crafted and balanced actives that keep my skin really bright. They keep my acne at bay. They keep my anti-aging concerns looking better. Like they keep my skin plump and whatever. And I can use it morning and night. And I just make a little, you know, a little slurry in my hand of these 3 things and put it on my face morning and night, and I never get any irritation. Even my dermatologist was like, you can still use azelaic acid on perioral dermatitis even when you're like in an active breakout. So I'm not sure that all of these necessarily are recommended for that, but for me, that is what I have found with these 3 things that they have in common, is that like they work no matter what. They don't piss my skin off, which is fantastic. They cost so much money. Get your discount, because like they sent me each of these like once before, and every once in a while they'll send me another one of these, but like I buy them for the most part. Every once in a blue moon they'll be like, hey, do you wanna, like, you know, do you need a replenishment or something like that? But like it's been a long time, and I just keep buying them. They're so expensive, but I mean, my skin relies on it. I have my Colfie Free the Brow. I have already bought another one of these. I like this so much because it's kind of like the Crown Affair gel, except for my eyebrows. It's restylable and it never gets flaky. I don't need a ton of hold. I just kind of want to bring the like hair shape back so that it looks not like just sort of like a matte blob right there. I still want it to look like I have eyebrow hairs there, because gosh darn it, it's one of the things that I actually have. And so this does a good job of like isolating those, but fair warning, it's not something for people who need a ton of hold. So there is like that compromise there. It doesn't flake or anything like that, but it also is not, it's not gonna like, you know, laminate your eyebrows to your forehead. And then we have 2 mascaras. We have an old Crystal from Thrive, and we have a more recent Unlocked mascara in Espresso from Hourglass. So they're both brown, and this is my OG, and this is the one that I was trying because they introduced this shade Espresso, and I have to say, and honestly, like, I'm not that mad to say because this is still less expensive. The Thrive wins. It wins all day long. I have another one of these, you know, on backup, and I will still use it, but like these are such similar products, such similar formulas, and some people like the Hourglass better because it doesn't build as quickly, but I don't like the brown as much, like the actual shade of brown. I like this one because it's a black brown, which is like the natural color of my eyelashes anyway, and need that little bit more impact, but a black mascara is too much, and I like how quickly it builds. So this is my formula of choice, and I have to keep it separated because I have another one right here that I just opened. So yeah, this is always going to be my forever repurchase. And that's my beauty trash, yay! Oh, it feels so good to get all that stuff out of my cabinet. There is something very strange about being a beauty YouTuber, in that I think we all hoard our empty beauty trash. I don't know, maybe some people don't do Empties videos. I've always liked doing Empties videos because I think that it's really valuable to get a review on something that someone has like used all the way up, you know? So that's why I continue doing them, and y'all seem to, you know, actually find them useful. That's what I do. That's what I always want to do, is make useful content. You know, as long as y'all continue finding these useful, I will continue hoarding my beauty trash in my cabinet to share it with you later. So I don't know how many months worth this was, but my goodness, that was a lot of them. And I'm very close to finishing other things. Like this is my makeup remover from Beauty Pie. I have just several things that are sitting like this. So anyway, thank y'all for being here. I hope that this was helpful for y'all. If it was, give the video a thumbs up, please. If you're new here or you just haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe while you're here. We would love to have you. I will put a video up here that I think you'll enjoy if you like this one. And I really appreciate y'all. I love you so much. Hype the video if you're on mobile. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one.